Who would have thought Jake was a killer?
I thought I knew him. All that time we worked side by side, and I didn't even have an inkling of what was going on with him. Thank God this nightmare is over. I can finally begin to mourn my father.
Frank, phone call?
Thank you. Hello?
It's me, Lark. Frank, I read about Jake's confession in the paper. I think I'm in shock.
We all are.
I'm glad I'm off the hook for his death, but Frank used to be my boyfriend. I can't believe I was dating a killer.
You're so right not to get back together with him. I never should have asked you to.
Look, can I come home now? I hate it here.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
At least come see me.
Okay, I'll be over as soon as I can get off. I have to go over to the juvenile center to see Lark.
No. No, don't let her do this to you again, Frank. I mean, leave her where she can get professional help.
It's only a visit. Now, I'm going on break. I'll meet you back here later.
410 East. Dr. Sherry Carter, 410 East.
It's just so hard to believe that Jake Marshak was so disturbed. You know, if I had seen any of this coming, there may have been something I could have done to save some of those people.
He spent a lot of time and effort trying to help me when I was in the hospital. He never seemed to me at all unstable. I guess you never can tell.
We found a full confession in his apartment last night.
Oh? Oh? There's not a single word of apology to you for all of the horrible things, the scandal she'd printed about you when the murder started?
Why should they print an apology? They never said I was the killer. They said I was a suspect. They were right.
But there are a lot of nincompoops out there who believe this newspaper's nasty innuendo.
Yes, many nincompoops believed I was a murderer. My own father even suspected me.
I beg your pardon. People in glass houses, young man. You thought I was the killer when you saw that blood on my shirt.
And I apologize for ever doubting you.
Well, I hope you can forgive me for my suspicions as well.
You're forgiven.
You've stood tall throughout this whole ordeal. I'm proud of you, Monk.
Well, it certainly is nice to see the two of you putting all those accusations behind you.
Thank you. Now it's your turn.
For what?
It's time for you to make amends to Eve.
I don't think so. I mean, Eve turned out not to be the murderer, but she's still a big phony.
Well, phony or not, she didn't deserve this.
One of those now exonerated in the lurid killing spree is Dr. Eve Lambert, who formerly worked for Enchanted Escorts, Incorporated.
Code yellow. 612.
How can they do this?
Code yellow.
How can the newspaper just print something like that without warning me first, or even asking me for a comment?
Because they know if it's true, there's nothing you can do about it.
What am I supposed to do with my career now? How am I supposed to establish a decent practice?
Come on, Eve. This'll blow over.
Who wants an ex-hooker as a doctor? I might as well just pack up my bags and leave town.
I was just watching my half hour of cartoons, and the news guy came on and said Jake's dead, and he killed people. But he's our friend. He wouldn't do that. Would he?
Over here for a second. You know, you're right. Jake, he was our friend, but, you know, something happened to him.
Like what?
He got another kind of a sickness up in his head. And so that affected him where he just was acting kind of not right. See, because if somebody was in their right mind, they would never hurt themselves or hurt anybody. You get it?
Uh-huh. The reporter said that you used to be a cowgirl. What's that?
Well, you know what? You know, sometimes there's guys that are, you know, they can't get dates. And So let's say they got to go to a dance, and they got to show up with a date. So you know what they do? They pick up the phone and they call this service where girls will be their dates. They just have to pay them a couple of bucks, you know, and then they get a date. And then they show up and they got a girl on their arm, and that's what a call girl thing is.
Oh, do you have to pay Eve to go out with her?
Oh no. No, you see, Eve and I, we like each other. We have a good time together. Some time ago, Eve was doing that, you know, to make some money just when she was younger. You know, so forget that. She quit that and she became a doctor. And she's been working hard at being a doctor, and that's what she does now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now she makes her money as a doctor.
She does. And she's a good doctor. And she's a very good person.
Yes, she is, Daddy.
Doc, you gotta stop badgering me about apologizing to Eve because I don't owe her anything. I did not leak to the press that she used to be a hooker.
Maybe not directly, but it's because of your digging around in her past that all of this came out.
I didn't create her past. I didn't force her to turn tricks.
She never did anything that deserves being publicly humiliated. Now, you either apologize to her or you're not the woman I believe you to be.
Hello.
Yeah. What did you open up your big, fat, flapping mouth about Eve being a hooker? Do you have any idea what that's like to explain to a kid?
Wait just a minute. Don't you put that off on me. I did not leak that to the press. You know, probably somebody at the police department did.
Yeah, but you're the one that sang like a canary to the cops, Lucy.
Scott Bowen, I was just telling the truth. I was trying to help, and I didn't lie. She was a call girl.
I want you to fix this. I'm telling you, I'm going to fix you.
You and Kevin are impossible.
You have to make this right, Lucy.
All right. All right. I will apologize for whatever itsy-bitsy little crime I may have committed, if that's what you really, really want.
It's not what I want, Lucy. It's what you owe Eve. Now, goodbye.
Sounds like Scott and I agree for a change.
Oh, I love my job, I love my patients, and I especially love being the Quartermain resident.
Well, I'm so glad somebody's happy. Being the laughingstock isn't what your mama promised it would be.
Sorry your past profession came back to bite you in the butt. And look on the bright side. All those male patients are going to be flocking to your door. Maybe even a few curious women.
You know what, Chris? Stop, all right? I don't want any curiosity seekers. People are going to be showing up at my door. I want it to be because of my medical skills, not because of my feminine wiles.
I don't know. Come on, when you got it, flaunt it.
I did what I did to help my sister.
Is that what you want the world to know?
Yes, it is. No. No, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I did what I did for my reasons. They were my business.
Trust me, this'll pass.
You think?
Hey, Dr. Lambert. How much?
Excuse me?
You know what he means. Hey, why don't you go change a bedpan somewhere?
No, Chris, it's all right. I'm actually very interested to hear what these two have to say.
I wanted to know how much. For a hoagie in the cafeteria.
What do you think he wanted?
I thought that he wanted to know how much it would cost for a brain transplant, seeing as the two of you are in such desperate need of one. Now, if I were you, I would get back to work. I'm sure there's puke or something somewhere that needs to be cleaned up.
I'm proud of you.
Curtis, 5517.
I'm not kidding myself, Chris.
Fritz Curtis, 5517.
No matter what I do as a doctor, people will always think of me as nothing but a hooker.
Frank, I am so glad to see you. You have to get me out of here.
You ran away from my home twice. There's no way they're going to let you out.
Look, I promise not to leave this time. You know I can get better. Please.
Sit down. It wasn't just you. I don't know if I'm the right foster parent for you. Now, hopefully next time you'll wind up at a home that's a better fit. You know, maybe a more traditional family structure would work for you.
Your house is my home. Look, I know you're mad at me because I threatened to tell Joe you were using the DL-56. But if you take me back, I promise promise I will keep my mouth shut.
Lark, the discussion is over.
You leave me here. And I swear I will tell everybody you are taking that drug.
You have cried wolf too many times, kid. If it comes down to a credibility contest, we both know who will win, so don't threaten.
Please, Frank.
I'll consider it. But you remember this. If I get you out of here, you